big floppy ears and a mischievous twitch. In the yard she's always digging a ditch. She sneaks through with a hop and a skip, eyes wide open just looking for a trip. Suspicious she is, not denying that fact. Playful trickster, always up to some act. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She cuddles in the sun just for a snooze, dreaming about the way she can build a nest. Her fluffy tail wiggles when she's on the go. Naughty little Dusty, always stealing the show. She's a Flemish giant with a heart so bold. Every story about her just has to be told. Dusty the rabbit, always in the know, running in circles with a gleeful glow. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She's a Flemish giant with a heart so bold. Every story about her just has to be told. Dusty the rabbit, always in the know, running in circles with a gleeful glow. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She cuddles in the sun just for a snooze, dreaming about the ways she can build a nest. Her fluffy tail wiggles when she's on the go. Naughty little Dusty, always stealing the show.
Donkey the rabbit munching cookies all night. Sugar rush plays in a crazy delight. Nibbling faces in a frenzied haze. Friends confused in his cookie craze. He hops through chaos in the midnight dark. Cookies in his paws, leaving a sweet mark. Face is bitten with a playful bite. Donkey's world, a funny sight. Donkey the rabbit, sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, crunching all remains. Cookies crumble, falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Chasing shadows under the moon's bright glare. Cookies his obsession, like he don't care. Friends watch in shock as he takes a bite. Donkey's love for cookies just feels right. He grins, mischievous eyes so wild. The chaos around him driving friends mild. Cookies drop, crumbs scatter in the bush. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Bite mark stories on furry cheeks. Donkey the rabbit at his cookie peak. Friends band together, a loving chase. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Inkle face, nibble pace. Donkey the rabbit, but sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, nibble on your face. Cookies come, big brother falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Plans ignore. Donkey want more, can't ignore.
He's a rabbit that can't get enough cookies. Loves to munch, munch, munch every day. Can't get enough. Donkey the rabbit, the cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating because he's a cookie king. He would eat the cookies until he turns into a cookie himself. He's a king of eating cookies. Can't get enough of them. He will never, ever, ever stop eating them. Keep Down to the rabbit, the cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating the cookie. He's a cookie king. Donkey the rabbit, the cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating 'cause he's a cookie king. Donkey the rabbit, the cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating 'cause he's a cookie king. One, two, three, four.
In a kingdom far away, there's a princess named Kira, with beautiful brown locks and eyes that sparkle. Every day at twilight, she dances through the meadow with bunnies by her side as the sun starts to retire. One bunny turned to two, and two turned to a dozen. But Captain Kira's heart's forever filled with love. Her kingdom now enchanted, a ballet of soft footsteps, magical melodies carried on wings of a dove. Ballerina princess, her bunnies by her side, a twirl and a pirouette as dreams come alive. Captain Kira dances, her heart so full of bliss, in a world enchanted where love will always persist.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh. What is this beautiful artwork? I have bunnies following me left and right and left and right. Jabba, they know that it's feeding time. But you guys, the food is going to go upstairs. And look at this beautiful artwork. Oh my goodness me. Why don't we look at this? We can look at this more closely when we get upstairs. Who is on the futon? Teeny? Oh, what are you doing up on the futon? You little, oh, and now little Gray is on the futon. What in the world? They're taking over the whole house. They have taken over the entire house. This is now overrun with rabbits. Oh, they're doing uppy. They're just, oh my goodness, it's out of control. They are just, you guys, look at this. I'm just going to do uppy. I will do uppy until I am fed. I am just going to do, I am a little kangaroo. You guys, and Mama Delph is still downstairs. You guys, we're trying to go upstairs where we do the live stream. And little Gray is, oh my goodness, he's up on the futon as well. Oh my goodness. You guys have you seen? Wait, where's Teeny? Teeny, look. KCStarr double R. She's really triple R. She did artwork of you in little cowgirl boots. Look at this. Look at this. They're just, I've got a regular herd of rabbits going on. Okay. This is a little insane. You guys, I've got the food. We are bringing the food uppy. We are going to bring the food uppy. Okay. Oh my gosh, this thing of food, I have piled all of the food. All of the food is in one big thing. I got to get my other phone. I do have to get my other phone so that we have. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi. Okay, yeah, all the girls are totally downstairs. So wait, maybe I could even feed some of them. Maybe we'll go back downstairs in a little bit. But you guys, look at this. I got to get my other phone so I can get the chat popped up. Look at the Christian Cheyenne star. Look at this. It's increíble. Es muy increíble. Okay, Donkey, you guys, you were climbing all of your siblings. Okay. 1 second, guys, 1 second. Let me get the other phone so I can see the chat. Oh, they're upstairs. All right. Oh my, I don't have to Wi-Fi. Hello to DJ Jazzy and Star, if you are there. Hello to Mr. Brandon Starr, who is cute as a button. He is absolutely cute as a button. And thank you for subscribing, Brandon, because I was right there. I was right there up close and personal when you subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I was very touched that you did that. See, look at this. When you come early to the dinner table, you get first dibs, right? Yes, you do, little Gray. Okay, who wants a carrot? These are the free carrots I got the other day. I got all these free carrots. Look at this. Check this out. You guys, at church tonight, I got the biggest free cucumber from someone's garden. Their cucumbers went gangbusters. So I have chopped up this huge long cucumber that we're going to get to feed these guys. Would you like that? Oh, Donkey likes that. Here, some for you guys. Let's see, put some more carrots in the girls' side. Oh, look at this. Oh, what's that, Teeny? Oh my gosh, Teeny found banana. But we've got, what else do you like? Do you like apple? Donkey like apple? There we go. We got red pepper. I'm gonna give all these guys red. Whoops, that just fell down. Ooh boy. Okay, Donkey want the red pepper. Oh, he likes that. Oh boy, we got, look at this. We've got apples. They're just gonna go right into they're going to go right into the bowl. This is for everyone, you guys. I'm trying to distribute this to everyone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what? They're going for the bananas and stuff. I better give these guys some banana before it's all eaten. Yeah, there's some banana. We got apple. Guys, how was everyone's day today? What has been going on here? Why don't we all go in here? So now we have 4 bunnies, but we need to get Mama. We need to get Delphine up here. Let me see. Maybe I can. Wait, Teeny, Jabba, Posh. Okay, I think I'm going to need to grab Delphine. And then where? Jabba, I think you can climb over there. I think that you can get in there, baby girl. Yeah, everyone go right in there. Oh boy. Of course, Teeny, stop making Posh chase you. This is getting, you guys need to find a different game. All right, here we go. Finally, I have the stream pulled up so I can see you guys in the chat. AJ Punk, I hope Alexa comes back. Yeah, I know Alexa was like super positive and like cool and nice, and yeah, that was really cool. Use code Bunz to get 10% off your first cookie order. I know, right? I mean, we're gonna have those special embossed cookies. Oh man, I've been thinking about that. Senor Lupi. No, he ugly. Keeks Majikster K-Dog. I love that so much. So wait, now we have Teeny, but you guys, I have to get Mama. She's gonna miss out on all the food. Let me go get I'm gonna keep the camera here. And then let me get Delphine. Oh, Delphine, you're all by yourself. Girl. Here she is. All right, guys, look who I found. Woo, there she goes. Ooh, also got some sunflower seeds. Yes, all kinds of stuff. Wait, this is not my camera. This is. Hi, doggers. But now we've got everyone. And Delphine, I want you, Mama Bunny, to have that. That's full of vitamin C, that red pepper. Yes, it is. So, guys, how is everyone? I just got back from church, as Kristen, Cheyenne, Star, she can tell you, and Jaslyn and Brandon. and her sister Asia, who is super adorable. Who else? Oh my gosh, wait. Who? Okay, Ariana. Ariana, she was tiny and doing cartwheels, and we did the splits together. Ariana was super precious. Oh my gosh. You've got some great sisters, Kristen, and brother. Great sisters and Brandon. Um, you still do splits, Kira. Yes, I do. Oh boy. Well, and especially because little Ariana, she wanted me to do, or she was doing splits. She wanted me to do cartwheels. She wanted me to do cartwheels down there, and then she kept wanting to touch the ceiling, and I got to pick her up and let her touch the ceiling. She wanted to help decorate the little toddler room, the baby room, and I could not lift her up high enough for her to hang some of the cute mobiles that Sister Stephanie had gotten. Yeah, sister. Oh my gosh, Sister Stephanie. She's so much fun. It was really nice to get to hang out with her in the basement. But yeah, I did the splits. I sang some Aretha Franklin. I sang some gospel with Kristen and all the other kids. We know how to have a good time. Statue Donkey is watching me. He's always watching you. Statue Donkey, he doesn't miss much. Statue Donkey has seen a lot happen. He has seen a lot. What are you doing under the hay manger, Goofy? Hi. What are you doing? Do you need some more banana? Oh, Donkers, let me get you some more banana. What else would Donkey want? So you want more do you want more cucumber? No, you have that. Okay. What about you want he wanted Nana? Oh, I think I just dropped a glob of banana on Donkey. Oh, sorry, bub. Man, this stuff is it's kind of messy. And then who was that? Kobe. That Kobe was really adorable. And then that you can't even remember the name of like the little baby in the high chair. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys, they were all full of themselves. They were very high energy. Oh no, Kobe was the older toddler boy. He taught me how to use a vacuum. Yeah, he was very good with a vacuum. Yeah, we played vacuum. I mean, I full on think he could clean a whole house. He knows how to use all the attachments. Very cute. Me almost died today. No, me don't like that. Brandon, how you doing, bud? It is Brandon. I was just talking about you and how fun you guys are and how there was only one star brother. So you have the starring role as the only brother that I have met. Wait a minute. Is that true? Wait, how many brothers were there other star brothers there? I don't know like who's related to whom, you know what I mean? Like there's like a ton of kids there. I don't know who they are. But now I know that you're one of the stars. You're good. Um, but yeah, that was a blast, you guys. I wish probably would have been fun to spend, the whole time in the basement with you guys. I would have had no problem with that. So Brandon, you are not the only brother. Okay. But I mean, were you the only brother that was there? I'm so confused. There's a lot of you. There are a lot of star kids, the star children. You know what? Okay. I'm going to close this up. And then after the stream, okay, the boys side gang, you guys are going to get to go crazy and run around. Wait, I want to make sure, let's turn up the lights. Okay, we got more light. Let there be light. Kristen just whips out this artwork like it's no big whoop, like it's no big deal. Let me get it under the light completely. So here is, she made me guess, and I did guess that this is Teeny Rabbit. She's eating some lettuce. Look at those eyes. I mean, that totally looks like when they just give you the eye when they're watching you. And of course, she's in little cowgirl boots. Oh my gosh. Look at that. And then just for fun, let's have a little lammy. Let's have a sheep. Let's have a sheep in also 4 cowgirl boots. You would need to buy this sheep 2 sets of cowgirl boots or cowboy boots. I'm not really sure. But look at that. I'm gonna have to have a cowboy boot budget for the giant buns because that looks awesome, Kristen. Thank you so much. Now, I gotta get. I do not want to put your artwork on the floor. Believe me, because the giant buns. If you ever need an excuse for like what happened to my homework, you can just say that the giant buns ate it. Although, having said that, nowadays, it seems like a lot of homework is being done online. I think I'm stuck on this fence. So there is 2 boys, 2-year-old, but he doesn't go to church. I can't try to bring him. You can try to bring him one day. Okay. So there's only, so Brandon is the only star brother, the only star boy. Brandon Starboy is our man. He can wait. Brandon Starboy is our man. He's the only star brother I know, and he's a giant. He's the only star brother I know, and he's a giant Bunz fan. Brandon Starr, he's our man. Brandon Starr, he's our man. He's the best at being a giant Bunz fan. All right, Brandon, that's your thing now. Message retracted. Uh-oh, skulls and a laughing crying. Did you watch all the videos I sent to Discord? I did, Kristen. What the? Kristen, where is all this incredible talent coming from? I mean, what I wouldn't give to be able to play piano like that, I cannot. And the bass lines that you were rocking out on with all, and then like on your left hand and then the right hand with all the melody, like that's not easy stuff. How did you learn how to do that? Really, Kristen, how in the world did you learn how to do that? Yeah, I don't know. I know some talented kids. Me. I'm so happy that I have Brandon in the chat now. You know, Brandon came up to me tonight and was like, "Oh yeah, talking about the giant buns," and I was like, "Wait, you watched the giant bun?" I didn't even know he was like Kristen and Jasline's brother at first, because there's all these kids, and yeah, and so then he subscribed, and the rest is history. I'm so glad that he's here. It's so fun to have. We're gonna have 3 star kids in the chat. The star kids. I can try to bring the 2-year-old next time. That's okay. That's cool. I found the box of tea right by my front door that I was trying to bring you tonight, Kristen. The anti-stress, the relaxation tea. I'll try to bring that Sunday. Billy Goats. Brandon's the goat. The greatest of all time, Brandon Starboy. But excuse me, you guys. So what has everyone been doing today? I I moved a refrigerator today. That was fun. My friend bleached it and cleaned it out. It was from another friend of ours who had an Airbnb that she was running, and then she kind of disassembled that place. And someone else I know needs a refrigerator, so we together kind of reworked this older refrigerator, and now it's going to someone else that we know. So that was fun, but I got bleach all over myself today because my friend had to bleach the refrigerator. Like, if you have a refrigerator that's not running for a while, it gets a little moldy, gets a little mildewy. But good news is, I think that, yeah, this person is going to be very happy with their new refrigerator. So you did testing. Can you bring me a drink too? Oh, Brandon, I can. Yes, I have two that I can bring because I know Jaslyn wants one. Okay. Testing. Yeah, how is the testing? How is all that testing going, guys? And Mr. Woody Woodland Loops, I see you brought a lot of cookies to the chat tonight. That makes me really happy. I meant to check my Amazon order. Those cookies, they should be coming very soon. They really should. But you guys, they eat so many cookies. I need to start. I honestly, Mr. Woody Woodland Loops, I really do need to develop my own bunny cookie recipe. And I want to make one that has no wheat flour in it. I don't think they need to eat like ground flour. I think we can make, what about like flax seeds, sunflower seeds, rose hips, Timothy hay, and dandelion, dried dandelion. What about that? I mean, that would be, I think, the perfect cookie treat. I bet I could make a recipe. It sounds kind of like granola. It sounds kind of like one of those like health cereals, like high fiber, high protein, like granola health cereals. But I think I could do this. Do you have faith in me, Mr. Woody Woodland Loops? Brandon said my score was 199. The highest to get is 300. Hey, you almost had 200. That's not too shabby. You were, haha, 2/3 of the way to the top. And probably not a lot of people ever score 300. Like, I remember when we took like the SAT and all that stuff, you could score, I think it was 1200, or not. What am I saying? No, you could score 1600. I think it was like 800 per section, something like that. Yeah. I don't think anyone ever got like a 1600. You're back? Yay! AJ Punk, what's good with you today? What are you having for dinner? What is going on? AJ Punk, I remember at some point this summer, you were like, yeah, I need to start working out again. And I was like, yeah, so do I. I have been running every night for the last maybe like 4 or 5 nights. It's been kicking my butt, my booty. Like, I really have been feeling it, but I think I need to do it. And you guys, it is cooling down a little bit here. It is not as brutally hot. Last night was still really hot when I went running, and that was at like 10 at night. So anyway, I'm excited about that. Also, you guys, I'm seeing Brandon. You'll be right back. Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Brandon Star Boy. Yeah, I'm going to concert number 1 tomorrow night. That concert is, I have to drive through like a big city, not and during rush hour, so I'm not really that thrilled, but I'm really thrilled at who's playing, so I'm excited about that. And then, so I will not be able to I will not be able to stream tomorrow. And I will also not be able to stream Friday night. Friday, I should be able to get back possibly in time for a late stream. Maybe we can do like a late stream Friday and then I can read some more. And I really hope I do not come down with the illness that the person I was taking care of has had because they're still not doing that great. Now they're starting to cough and hack, and I am going to take some more vitamins after the stream. But look at this big girl. Look at this big dusty girl. Let's see if she lets me pet her. Hi, beautiful. Can I pet you? Look at this big girl. Aw. Thanks, Dusters. Do you guys need some more food? Do you want me to go get you some food from the bowl? Oh, Dusty's snuggling up with her dad. Hi, Mr. Grinch. Oh boy, you guys are gonna get to run all over the house soon, okay? I'm gonna let you guys run all night. And you guys can play and run all night long. Yes. Little bunny fur in my eye. But yeah, AJ Punk. I don't know if that inspires you or not, but I have started running a Kristen, KCStarr anger issues. Yes, we were talking about that, Kristen. Yeah. Like I said, I found that tea, that like calming tea. I'm gonna bring that for you, and then I will bring the sodas to your siblings. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you guys, I think I saw that we had like 100 or 100, 319 people subscribing all of a sudden. I know that Brandon subscribed, and so that was one, but I think we got like 3 more people all of a sudden. Maybe it's all like the Star siblings. Um, who knows? Maybe Sister Stephanie subscribed. Um, I don't know if she's watching, but yes, hello to Sister Stephanie. Loved kid wrangling with you this evening. Everyone was just absolutely precious. And yeah, it's fun to be around kids. Kids are where it's at. If we don't have kids, we won't have any human adults. You already like the stream? Thank you, Brandon. You should guess what my heart rate was today at like 130. Was it 187? I think your heart rate has been like topping out at like 187, Kristen. That sounds a bit fast. So you've got like the heart of a hummingbird these days. You know, don't there? This guys, it's so pretty out there. It's getting dark. Already getting dark out there. You guys, when I came home, Funky Bones and like the entire family with babies, they were all standing some in the road, some in the yard. They're so cute. Okay, yeah, we need to give Dusty and those guys some more. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to put this over here. Here we go, guys. Here's some more food. I think there was a lot of cucumber. Oh my gosh. You guys should have seen the cucumber was like the size of my arm. Someone just had a big bag of cucumbers. Obviously, someone's garden has just gone gangbusters with cucumbers. Hi, Delph. Hello, Mama. Delph got to sleep in the bed with me. Oh, yes, she did. I had a cuddle bunny in my bed, and her name is Delph. Yes, I had a snuggle bunny in my bed. This precious baby right here. Yes, I think she hasn't slept in my bed in so long, but I'm getting my room all ready so that I can have bunnies in there. Especially this one, because this one actually stays in the bed and just wants pets. And she likes to snuggle, so she's really kind of a perfect bed bun. I remember back when I used to let all of the girl side gang in my room, Teeny would just in the middle of the night repeatedly jump up in the bed, and then she would kind of wake me up, and I would open my eyes and she would just be staring at me. Her face like right up to mine, just like staring at me. She's such a nut. I think she's also the one that I found chewing on my hair though. I have a nightmare that I'm gonna like wake up and Teeny will have chewed off most of my hair. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we got Posh. No, wait a minute. So where's Jaslyn? Oh, that's not Posh. That's Jabba. Jaslyn Starr's favorite bunny, she told me, is Posh. And I just think it's so cool that Kristen made artwork of you, Teeny, with little cowgirl boots. Cowbug boots. What do you think about that? She could rock some cowgirl boots. I could totally see it. Maybe even a little cowgirl hat, too. And then we got this little man. This little man here is a sweetheart. A little gray, and there's some carrot, and there's some apple fruit. They earlier had what else? Ooh, it's Crystal with a K. Crystal with the Crystal, Crystal with the K, special K. Crystal, special K. We love her all the live long day. It's Crystal with the K, special K. Yeah, Funky Bones was totally back. She was back. In fact, I've been talking with her lately. She has really been around the yard a lot. She's still been a little shy, but she always comes with her 2 babies. You know, because you try hard, Brandon. Good for you. Good for you. So what your heart, wait, 300? Wait, 300 PRs. It was 190 at 1:30 and at 12. 190? Oh my gosh. Can you pin me? Wait, can you pin me? Yay, Funky Bone. Wait. Can you wait, my next question? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Giant Bunz has the most cutest bunnies, and her bunnies are so tiny and cool. Thanks, Brandon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these guys have been really super cute. They've been enjoying running around the house all day. And then this girl got to sleep in my bed. Oh my gosh. This girl has been hanging out in the dining room all day. She loves to hang out in the dining room. She's very food motivated. Not surprisingly, if you take a look at her, she's very food motivated. Should we go over and see Mr. Bundonkadonk? Oh, the giant white rectangle of a bunny. But yeah, if Jaslyn is watching, there's Posh. There's pretty Posh. Woo. What do you have to say? What do you have to say, mister? Yeah, Mr. Woody Woodland Loops, the cookie man, he's planning to design some Giant Bunz cookies for us. I think he's going to set up the cookie factory The Giant Bunz 3000 Cookie Factory. What do you think about that? Would you even sell any cookies, or would you just eat all the cookies, Mr. Bundunkadunk? What would you do? Oh, he's making chewing motions. I think that means he would eat them. He would mostly eat the cookies. But I think Mr. Woody Woodland Loops, he could set it up so that the cookie factory can make so many cookies that you don't even, you don't need to worry. You could still be enough for you. Yeah. Should we put Donkey's face on the cookies? Look at that watchful eye. Mr. Woody Woodland Loops, you think this donkey is watching you? Check out this guy. Yeah. Oh, look at this sniffer. Look at that sniffer snout. Got the cutest snout in the buns biz. Yes, he does. It has been a long time since we've had cookies and done the cookie hoop trick. Whoops. Let's see. Did I tell you you have an F in English? Yeah, but didn't you say that you were looking at the wrong website or something, and that you thought maybe it was actually an A minus or something? I don't know. Donkey! Oh, watch out for Kristen. She wants to come get you. She's been talking about coming to get you, Donkers. What would you do, huh? What would you do? Would you want to play with all of her puppy dogs? It's really nice weather out. Yeah. Is it nice? I'm glad it's nice where you are. It I couldn't even believe that it actually was cooler today. I truly had a hard time like believing it. Still a little humid. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Gonna go see Dusty? Oh, something. I think Donkey heard something. What are you? Hi, baby girl. Are you listening? Are you listening to everything I'm saying? Look, she's got kind of the long lashes too. She gets that from her mama. She gets that from Mama Delph. Yes, look at that pretty eye. She has such a long, narrow face. Yes, you're a kangaroo. Oh, you're gonna say hi to Donkey? Do you guys like each other? I'm I kind of wonder if Donkey likes Dusty. They've been kind of chill. Oh, no, Dusty, look at that long puppy tail. Look at that. She has to snuggle with her brother. Snug with Slug. She's snugging with Slug. Oh, puppy bunnies. He loves the pets. Yes, he does. Oh my goodness, you guys. Whoa. Yeah, I cannot wait to go running in the cooler weather. Most girl bunnies are not cuddlers. I think you got one of the few with Delphine. Yeah, you know what? They are definitely not all cuddlers. Thanks for saying that, Crystal. I think Delph is she's chilling in the litter box. Look at this girl. She's something else. She is something really special though, and I will never for the life of me fully know why she threw herself at me and just licked me and licked me when she was a little tiny baby in the Rural King. I will never fully know because the other rabbits in the store paid no mind to me. But there was something going on, and I had to bring her home. I really did, and I'm very glad I did. She is just a bundle of love. On both apps it says F now. Oh gosh, Kristen, you know English, right? You know the English language. Do you just need to work on your writing? I can help you with your writing stuff. Maybe you could like run something by me. Oh, Sister Stephanie is messaging me. That was super sweet. I'll have to text her back after the stream. Um, Donkey Chill 2025 vibes. Oh yes. Oh my goodness. Like who could not be Kristen Cheyenne Star? If your heart rate is going up, you need to just pop up a donkey. Um, you need to pop up this guy, on your phone or something. And you just need to watch Donkey, see how he breathes, real chill. Just look at this eye. Just focus on his little donkey eye. Or you can look at this giant, look at this tail. That tail is like the size of a dog tail, yet this is a bunny rabbit. Dusty has an incredible tail. Es muy increíble. Dusty. You have a great tail too, Slugbert, but the English stuff is stupid. Oh, what is it? What is it that you're struggling with English? Donkey will calm you down. He's super chill. We need to get you oh man, Sister Stephanie's texts are funny. She's so funny. You do not. True. Kristen, you have two things going for you. That you're not trying to eat his rabbit cookies yet. And also, you are not another rabbit. Because if you were another rabbit, he does happen to be a face ripping rabbit. Only to other rabbits. AJ Punk? Kristen. AJ Punk is an author. He is a writer. If you need help with style, structure, I don't know, grammar. I mean, I'm good at that. AJ Punk is good at that. We're both here. We are both here to help you, Kristen Cheyenne Star. This stuff in English is talking about future jobs. Okay. Well, I mean, whatever the concept is, because it can be, the subject matter can be anything, but I mean, isn't the main thing you're doing is like writing about what you're reading, and then I would think it's kind of, what do you call that? Like they want to see your reading comprehension. Like, can you write about what you've read and make some points of your own. They say stroking or cuddling your pet can lower your blood pressure. That is very true. Yeah, Kristen, what about when you are home? Can you pet your puppy dogs? Can you spend time with your dogs and give them pets and maybe walk them around the block a couple times? And I think that would be really good for you. You have English first period. Where's Taco Truck? I know. The thing is, Mr. Woody Woodland Loops, Taco Truck is the kind of guy who like messages me quite frequently in my DMs. It's stuff that he could very, very easily just put in the food section of Giant Bunz or in his Discord server. Yet he makes a point of sending it to me, like he wants my input. But yet I stream every night and he could be talking to me for an hour in the chat. And Yeah, that's a good question, Mr. Woody Woodland Loops, because I always joke around with him when he's here. And frankly, when he DMs me, it's like I already uh occasionally I will message him back, but it's like, dude, that's why we have servers. That's why we have YouTube live streams. That's when you can talk to me very easily. That's when I'm like making myself available, right? Today I yelled at a teacher on accident. Oh, Kristen, your dogs don't like you? Oh boy. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. My rabbit Dusty doesn't like me. She likes others though. She likes other people apparently. There is one guy that comes over and she will run up to him for pets. I don't get it. Maybe Dusty would like you, Kristen. I don't know. She doesn't like me. Um, and I think Dusty is super cool. But yeah, Mr. Woody Woodland Loop's taco truck. Taco truck. I wonder, is he gonna do another food challenge or like a cook-off with Sir Munster? That was really funny. I got a big kick out of that. Whoa, okay. What did I almost do? Let's go back over here. I think I'm gonna start reading. Let's do chapter 3 of 1984, guys. Of course, Jabba found the food. She found the sunflower seeds. Oh, that's something else I could put in the cookies. That could something else. Okay, wait. I'm gonna do a prototype cookie, Mr. Woody Woodland Loops. I'm gonna do a prototype cookie. I gotta get flax seeds. I ran out of those. I have anger issues because I couldn't do the math problem and kind of yelled, "Oh boy." Just pretend you're talking. When you talk to your teacher, just treat your teacher with gentle kindness. Like if you were talking to Mom and Delph, just pretend you're talking to one of my bunnies, okay? Are you going to die, Donkey? Completely pink for the giant buns. 100,000. Wait, is that 1 million? Yeah, 1 million. Oh boy, Captain Kira is really showing her math skills. 1 millionth subscriber special. Yes. And I will dye my hair pink, I believe. Yes, Donkey and I will have matching giant buns pink hair if I get 1 million subs. Okay, I don't mean to sound not full of myself. I don't mean to not toot my own horn, but that's probably not going to happen. So I feel like I can make that claim. Donkey, he would look so cute though. Oh, pink, he would look so cute. Oh my gosh, I would have to do it with like, oh gosh, I knew a dog groomer that did the dogs fur in organic chalk. It was like chalk that had been colored with food coloring, like natural food colors, not like chemicals. So basically, if he licked it off, it would be calcium carbonate, like limestone and like food dye, like beet dye or something. Like yeah, beet juice. I'll figure it out. I could figure it out, but I don't know if it's good for rabbits to die. Yeah, not if you actually used hair dye. That would be horrible. That would be horrible. They have animal hair dye. Do they really? Well, I was gonna say, like, I knew someone who was a dog groomer And sometimes they would do the whole dog, and sometimes they would do just like the tail and the paws or the ruff around the neck, and I don't know. I think someone did their whole dog in like a rainbow. I think someone did like tie-dye dog or something. Um, there's you can St. Patrick's Day, green. But yeah, I think we should all dye our hair pink if Giant Bunz ever gets to 1 million subscribers. And no offense, bunnies, I don't think that's ever going to happen because I can't imagine what would go viral with bunny rabbits. I don't know. I mean, I think they're adorable. I mean, I kind of think we should have a million subscribers because they're just so precious. And there's 9 of them, and they all have different personalities and looks. And I just think I think they're calming. I mean, just imagine, Kristen, what would your heart rate be if you didn't if you didn't look at giant bunnies every night? Think of that. You should do the splits. Oh, yeah, yeah. I actually promised your sister I would. So guys, let me think. Wait, let's see what's visible, like where you guys could actually see this. Wait. Oh, I just paused it. Okay. Let me see where I would be visible. Okay, well, you know what the other thing is? I can just flip the camera. I'll flip the camera on just for a second. But yeah, I did the splits for all the kids in the church basement in the church tonight. So yeah, this is for. Wait a minute. No, wait. Who was doing? Wait, who was the little girl who was doing the splits? Ariana. Ariana. Okay, Ariana, this is for you. Wait, are you guys going to be able to see the floor? Whoops. Okay, I hope you can. Yeah, this is for Ariana. This is Captain Kira doing the splits for Ariana. La-la! There we go. You don't see that every day, guys. You do not see that every day. What do we think? What do we think? What do you think, Delphine? Yeah, got to get ready for the ballet season, guys. It's about to start. Ballet season is about to start. Captain Kira is going to be so sore she won't know what's up or what's down. I'm going to have to like butt womp down the stairs to even get downstairs. I will have no function in my legs once I get really super sore. Oh, Prestorian. You never know. Oh, you think I could have 1 million subs, Mr. Woody Lips? Do you know something I don't know? Are you planning something? Are you planning like a cool Giant Bunz campaign? Or is Donkey with his Bunz Link 3000 chip? Is he planning something? Ooh, with the Giant Bunz producer, maybe? Locked in the downstairs bathroom shower. Are you guys collaborating? Look at that eye. He's got something in his brain. He has got something going on. Look at him. He is totally thinking of something right now. This is okay. Maybe I will have to look into natural pink hair dye and fur dye. What do you think, Mama Delph? Would you be very proud if your kids got 1 million subscribers? I think we should. I mean, we're good people over here. We are good people with good rabbits. And we're going to have our own cookie factory. Prestorian, our favorite beloved Giant Bunz historian. He has just driven in from La Florian, dressed as the Mandalorian in his fabulous new DeLorean. The Giant Bunz historian. And in his DeLorean, he's listening and singing along to Chance Gregorian while he's playing his accordion. Mr. Prestorian. And when he gets home to his lovely girlfriend, who happens to be Salvadorian, she'll get the marshmallows out, and then they'll be eating some Oreos. And later, after I read 1984, we'll all get sleepy and we'll have some vegetables, and then we'll be a snoring with Mr. Prestorian. Anyway, how you doing, Prestorian? I feel like we haven't seen you in a couple of days. Hope you're doing well. I can do a front handspring. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to like go tumble out in the churchyard, which is basically the graveyard. I hope that's okay. Can you do gymnastics out in the graveyard? I think it would be, you know, I think it would be okay. I don't know. I'm going to pretend to be sick tomorrow so I don't have to go to English. Oh dear. Avoiding your problems is not going to help you, Kristen. Okay. I mean, I get it. I get it. Trying to avoid your problems is sometimes a thing. I like to try to avoid things like mentally. I'm like, oh yeah, I wish I didn't have to do that. But then you kind of have to like do it. um, guys, are we ready for a little 1984? Because I want to see what happens in chapter 3, you guys. Wait, no, wrong phone. Oh, wait, I need to. So wait, this is the phone I need to get to. Chapter 3. Okay, guys, we ready? Winston was dreaming of his mother. He must, he thought, have been 10 or 11 years old when his mother had disappeared. She was a tall, statuesque, rather silent woman with slow movements and magnificent fair hair. His father, he remembered more vaguely, as dark and thin, dressed always in neat dark clothes. Winston remembered especially the very thin soles of his father's shoes, and wearing spectacles. I like that old word for glasses, spectacles. The two of them must evidently have been swallowed up in one of the first great purges. Whoops. First great purges of the 50s. At this moment, his mother was sitting in some place deep down beneath him with his young sister in her arms. He did not remember. He did not remember his sister at all, except as a tiny, feeble baby, always silent, with large, watchful eyes. Both of them were looking up at him. They were down in some subterranean place, the bottom of a well, for instance, or a very deep grave, but it was a place which already below him was itself moving downwards. They were in the saloon, they were in the saloon of a sinking ship. Let me make this a little smaller. They were in the saloon of a sinking ship, looking up at him through the darkening water. There was still air in the saloon. They could still see him and he them, but all the while they were sinking down into the green waters, which in another moment must hide them from sight forever. He was out in the light and air while they were being sucked down to death, and they were down there because he was up here. He knew it, and they knew it, and he could see the knowledge in their faces. There was no reproach either in their faces or in their hearts, only the knowledge that they must die in order that he might remain alive. and that this was part of the unavoidable order of things. Oh my. Wow. He could not remember what had happened, but he knew in his dream that in some way the lives of his mother and his sister um, had been sacrificed to his own. It was one of those dreams which, while retaining the characteristic dream scenery, are a continuation of one's intellectual life, and in which one becomes aware of facts and ideas which still seem new and valuable after one is awake. The thing that now suddenly struck Winston was that his mother's death, nearly 30 years ago, had been tragic and sorrowful in a way that was no longer possible. Tragedy, he perceived, belonged to the ancient time, to a time when there was still privacy, love, and friendship, and when the members of a family stood by one another without needing to know the reason. His mother's memory tore at his heart because she had died loving him when he was too young and selfish to love her in return, and because somehow he did not remember how she had sacrificed herself to a conception of loyalty that was private and unalterable. Such things, he saw, could not happen today. Today there was fear, hatred, and pain, but no dignity of emotion, no deep or complex sorrows. All this he seemed to see in the large eyes of his mother and his sister, looking up at him through the green water, hundreds of fathoms down and still sinking. Suddenly he was standing on short, springy turf on a summer evening when the slanting rays of the sun glided the ground. The landscape that he was looking at recurred so often in his dreams that he was never fully certain whether or not he had seen it in the real world. In his waking thoughts, he called it the Golden Country. It was an old rabbit-bitten pasture. That's so perfect. With a foot track wandering across it and a molehill here and there. In the ragged hedge on the opposite side of the field, the boughs of the elm trees were swaying very faintly in the breeze, their leaves just stirring in dense masses like women's hair. Somewhere near at hand, though out of sight, there was a clear, slow-moving stream where dace, D-A-C-E, where dace were swimming in the pools under the willow trees. I don't know what that is. The girl with the dark hair was coming toward them across the field. With what seemed a single movement, she tore off her clothes and flung them disdainfully aside. Her body was white and smooth, but it aroused no desire in him. Instead, he barely looked at it. What overwhelmed him in that instant was admiration for the gesture with which she had thrown her clothes aside. With its grace and carelessness, it seemed to annihilate a whole culture, a whole system of thought, as though Big Brother and the party and the thought police could all be swept into nothingness by a single splendid movement of the arm. That, too, was a gesture belonging to the ancient time. Winston woke up with the word Shakespeare on his lips. The telescreen was giving forth an ear-splitting whistle which continued on the same note for 30 seconds. It was not 7:15, getting up time for office workers. Winston wrenched his body out of bed, naked, for a member of the outer party received only 3,000 clothing coupons annually, and a suit of pajamas was 600, and seized a dingy singlet and a pair of shorts that were lying across a chair. The physical jerks would begin in 3 minutes. The next moment he was doubled up by a violent coughing fit, which nearly always attacked him soon after waking up. It emptied his lungs so completely that he could only begin breathing again by lying on his back and taking a series of deep gasps. His veins had swelled with the effort of the cough, and the varicose ulcers had started itching. 30 to 40 group, yapped a piercing female voice. 30 to 40 group, take your places, please. 30 to 40s. Winston sprang to attention in front of the telescreen, upon which the image of a youngish woman, scrawny but muscular, dressed in tunic and gym clothes, had already appeared. Arms bending and stretching, she rapped out. Take your time by me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, comrades. Put a bit of life into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The pain of the coughing fit had not quite driven out of Winston's mind the impression made by his dream, and the rhythmic movements of the exercise restored it somewhat. As he mechanically shot his arms back and forth, wearing on his face the look of grim enjoyment which was considered proper during the physical jerks, he was struggling. He was struggling to think his way backward into the dim period of his early childhood. It was extraordinarily difficult. Beyond the late 50s, everything faded. When there were no external records that you could refer to, even the outline of your own life lost its sharpness. You remembered huge events, which had quite probably not happened. You remembered the detail of incidents without being able to recapture their atmosphere. And there were long blank periods to which you could assign nothing. Everything had been different then. Even the names of countries and their shapes on the map had been different. Airstrip 1, for instance, had not been so called in those days. It had been called England or Britain, though London, he felt fairly certain, had always been called London. Winston could not definitely remember a time when his country had not been at war, but it was evident that there had been a fairly long interval of peace during his childhood, because one of his early memories was of an air raid which appeared to take everyone by surprise. Perhaps it was the time when the atomic bomb had fallen on Colchester. He did not remember the raid itself, but he did remember his father's hand clutching his own as they hurried down, down, down into some place deep in the earth, round and round a spiral staircase which rang under his feet, and which finally so wearied his legs that he began whimpering and they had to stop and rest. His mother, in her slow, dreamy way, was following a long way behind them. She was carrying his baby sister, or perhaps it was only a bundle of blankets that she was carrying. He was not certain whether his sister had been born then. Finally, they emerged into a noisy, crowded place, which he had realized to be a tube station. There were people sitting all over the stone-flagged floor, and other people, packed tightly together, were sitting on metal bunks, one above the other. Winston and his mother and father found themselves a place on the floor, and near them an old man and an old woman were sitting side by side on a bunk. The old man had on a decent dark suit and a black cloth cap pushed back from very white hair. His face was scarlet and his eyes were blue and full of tears. He reeked of gin. It seemed to breathe out of his skin in place of sweat, and one could have fancied that the tears welling from his eyes were pure gin. But though slightly drunk, he was also suffering under some grief that was genuine and unbearable. In his childish way, Winston grasped that some terrible thing, something that was beyond forgiveness and could never be remedied, had just happened. It also seemed to him that he knew what it was. Someone whom the old man loved, a little granddaughter perhaps, had been killed. Every few minutes the old man kept repeating, "We didn't ought to have trusted him. I said so. Ma, didn't I? That's what comes of trusting him. I said so all along. We didn't ought to have trusted the buggers." But which buggers they didn't ought to have trusted, Winston could not now remember. Since about that time, war had been literally continuous, though strictly speaking, it had not always been the same war. For several months during his childhood, there had been confused street fighting in London itself, some of which he remembered vividly. But to trace out the history of the whole period, to say who was fighting whom at any given moment, would have been utterly impossible, since no written record, no spoken word ever made mention of any other alignment than the existing one. At this moment, for example, in 1984, if it was 1984, Oceania was at war with Eurasia and in alliance with East Asia. In no public or private utterance was it ever admitted that the three powers had at any time been grouped along different lines. Actually, as Winston well knew, it was only 4 years since Oceania had been at war with East Asia and in alliance with Eurasia. But that was merely a piece of furtive knowledge which he happened to possess because his memory was not satisfactorily under control. Officially, the change of partners had never happened. Oceania was at war with Eurasia. Therefore, Oceania had always been at war with Eurasia. The enemy of the moment always represented absolute evil, and it followed that any past or future agreement with him was impossible. The frightening thing, he reflected for the 10,000th time as he forced his shoulders painfully backwards. With hands on hips, they were gyrating their bodies from the waist, an exercise that was supposed to be good for the back muscles. The frightening thing was that it might all be true. If the party could thrust its hand into the past and say of this or that event, it never happened, that surely was more terrifying than mere torture and death. The party said that Oceania had never been in alliance with Eurasia. He, Winston Smith, knew that Oceania had been in alliance with Eurasia as short a time as 4 years ago. But where did that knowledge exist? Only in his own consciousness, which in any case must soon be annihilated. And if all others accepted the lie which the party imposed, if all records told the same tale, then the lie passed into history and became truth. Who controls the past? Ran the party slogan. Controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. And yet the past, though through of its nature alterable, never had been altered. Whatever was true now was true from everlasting to everlasting. It was quite simple. All that was needed was an unending series of victories over your own memory. Reality control, they called it. News in newspeak, double think. Stand easy, barked the instructress a little more genially. Winston sank his arms to his sides and slowly refilled his lungs with air. His mind slid away into the labyrinthine world of doublethink. To know and not to know. To be conscious of complete truthfulness while telling carefully constructed lies. To hold simultaneously two opinions which canceled out knowing them to be contradictory and believing in both of them, to use logic against logic, to repudiate morality while laying claim to it, to believe that democracy was impossible, and that the party was the guardian of democracy, to forget whatever it was necessary to forget, then to draw it back into memory again at the moment when it was needed, and then promptly to forget it again. And above all, to apply the same process to the process itself. That was the ultimate subtlety, consciously to induce unconsciousness, and then once again to become unconscious of the act of hypnosis you had just performed. Even to understand the word doublethink involved the use of doublethink. The instructress had called them to attention again. And now let's see which of us can touch our toes, she said enthusiastically. Right over from the hips, please. Comrades, 1, 2, 1, 2. Winston loathed this exercise, which sent shooting pains all the way from his heels to his buttocks, and often ended by bringing on another coughing fit. The half-pleasant quality went out of his meditations. The past, he reflected, had not merely been altered, it had been actually destroyed. For how could you establish even the most obvious fact when there existed no record outside your own memory? He tried to remember in what year he had first heard mention of Big Brother. He thought it must have been at some time in the 60s, but it was impossible to be certain. In the party histories, of course, Big Brother figured as the leader and guardian of the revolution since its very earliest days. His exploits had been gradually pushed backwards in time until already they extended into the fabulous world of the 40s and the 30s, when the capitalists in their strange cylindrical hats still rode through the streets of London in great gleaming motor cars or horse carriages with glass sides. There was no knowing how much of this legend was true and how much was invented. Winston could not even remember at what date the party itself had come into existence. He did not believe he had ever heard the word ingsoc before 1960, but it was possible that in its old speak form, English socialism, that is to say, it had been current earlier. Everything melted into mist. Sometimes, indeed, you could put your finger on a definite lie. If it was not true, for example, as was claimed in the party history books, that the party had invented aeroplanes. He remembered aeroplanes since his earliest childhood, but you could prove nothing. There was never any evidence. Just once in his whole life, he had held in his hands unmistakable documentary proof of the falsification of a historical fact. And on that occasion, Smith, screamed the shrewish voice from the telescreen. 6079 Smith W. You. Yes, you. Bend lower, please. You can do better than that. You're not trying. Lower, please. That's better, comrade. Now stand at ease, the whole squad, and watch me. A sudden hot sweat had broken out all over Winston's body. His face remained completely inscrutable. Never show dismay. Never show resentment. A single flicker of the eyes could give you away. He stood watching while the instructress raised her arms above her head, and one could not say gracefully, but with remarkable neatness and efficiency, bent over and tucked the first joint of her fingers under her toes. There, comrades, that's how I want to see you doing it. Watch me again. I'm 39 and I've had 4 children. Now look. She bent over again. You see, my knees aren't bent. You can do it. You can all do it if you want to, she added as she straightened herself up. Anyone under 45 is perfectly capable of touching his toes. We don't all have the privilege of fighting in the front line, but at least we can all keep fit. Remember our boys on the Malabar front and the sailors in the floating fortresses. Just think what they have to put up with. Now try again. That's better, comrade. That's much better, she added encouragingly, as Winston, with a violent lunge, succeeded in touching his toes with knees unbent for the first time in several years. Okay, that is the end of chapter 3. We can get to chapter 4 maybe Friday night. I hope to do it, but it's going to have to be a later stream on Friday night. How is everyone in the chat doing? The English class gives you a panic attack. Oh dear. You need to meditate and look at the Giant Bunz. Just pull up the Giant Bunz live stream. It's going to be okay. Your stupid sister. Oh dear. Well, guys, I want to say good night to everyone. Is there anything anyone else wants to say? Report? I'm really enjoying reading to you guys. I'm so happy to revisit this book. I'm so happy. Crispy Tillman and I were talking about that today. She was like, I'm so excited that you're reading that book. So good stuff. I hope Krispy Kreme, I don't know if she's been able to listen in. She's one of the reasons I think that I wanted to read to you guys, because she was like, I don't think she thought she would be capable of reading this book. I'm Donkey. I know. I wish we need to get Donkey. We need you to do text to speech again, buddy. Yes. Well, good night. Much love to Hewlin Mall and his Miss Lucy Goosey. My gosh, it's 9:28. Much love to Mr. Prestorian, our beloved Giant Bunz historian. Much love to Kristen Cheyenne Starr, Triple R, and her sister Jaslyn, and her brother Brandon, and her sister Ariana, and all the others. Much love to AJ Punk. Much love to Mr. Woody Woodland Loops. Hug and a kiss for you, mister. And much love to Crystal with a K. Who else? I think we got all you guys. But yeah, guys, I will see you probably not tomorrow, because I have to go on a trip tomorrow. But oh, so sweet. AJ Punk offering Kristen some help with the English. That is awesome. Much love, everybody, from Crystal with a K. Yes, look at this girl. She's cuddling with my foot. Hi, baby girl. I want to get Posh Spice in my bed too. Posh and Delph. Oh my gosh, it'd be so cute. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna pop up some music. Hi, Dusty. Dusty, do you want to hear your song? Maybe we should play Dusty's song. Hi, Little Gray. Little Gray's guarding the door. Okay, let me see if I can. It's a lot of apple slices. Okay, there we go. That's how I can still do the splits, Kristen. It's because I have to walk over all the enclosures. All right, I'm gonna leave this over on Donkey. I think I am. Oh my gosh, I almost fell into the enclosure with Donkey. Hopefully that. Look at all these guys. Maybe I should leave it like this. You guys are funny. I will be right back. Wait, you guys want to come play now? Everyone is in. Oh, I left my sweater. You guys here. Let's let these guys. Oh yeah. Whoop. See here, guys. These guys totally want to come out and play. Okay, there we go. Boy Sight Gang's coming out. All right, guys. All right. I will leave this maybe like right here.
Dusty the rabbit, all covered in hay, building her nest like it's time to play. Big floppy ears and a mischievous twitch. In the yard, she's always digging a ditch. She sneaks through with a hop and a skip, eyes wide open, just looking for a trip. Suspicious, she is not denying that fact. Playful trickster, always up to some act. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She cuddles in the sun just for a snooze, dreaming about the way she can build a nest. Her fluffy tail wiggles when she's on the go. Naughty little Dusty, always stealing the show. She's a Flemish giant with a heart so bold. Every story about her just has to be told. Dusty the rabbit, always in the know, running in circles with a gleeful glow. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She's a Flemish giant with a heart so bold. Every story about her just has to be told. Dusty the rabbit, always in the know, running in circles with a gleeful glow. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She cuddles in the sun just for a snooze, dreaming about the ways she can build a nest. Her fluffy tail wiggles when she's on the go. Naughty little Dusty, always stealing the show.
Donkey the rabbit munching cookies all night. Sugar rush plays in a crazy delight. Nibbling faces in a frenzied haze. Friends confused in his cookie craze. He hops through chaos in the midnight dark. Cookies in his paws, leaving a sweet mark. Face is bitten with a playful bite. Donkey's world, a funny sight. Donkey the rabbit, sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, crunching all remains. Cookies crumble, falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Chasing shadows under the moon's bright glare. Cookies his obsession like he don't care. Friends watch in shock as he takes a bite. Donkey's love for cookies just feels right. He grins, mischievous eyes so wild. The chaos around him driving friends mild. Cookies drop